Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started on our tutorial. And today we're going to do some really fun stuff. Just let me get rid of this white space real quick. Today we're going to do something pretty cool, I think, and we're going to, animation. We're going to animate our player. So first we're going to need to go to our game to the project options. We're going to need add a new resources. Add a new resource. And this will go to pictures, top player sprite, open our player sprite. There we go. Now we're gonna have to save that. Alright, so first we're gonna have to create a new array. Dim player animation player frames. How about player frames as bitmap? So we have our array of bitmaps, and we're just gonna come down here and we're gonna have to create a new sub. I think the sub will be crop player sprite and sub. Alright, so first we're gonna do dim crop as rectangle. This is right here, and crop dot x equals 0, crop dot y equals 0, crop dot width equals 32, crop dot height equals 64. Now we're going to need to nest some for loops, but first, before we do that, we need to resize our player frames array. So redim player frames to, what's our x value? How is it going to be on the y? So in our player frame, our player sprite.bitmap, let's bring them up in Paint. We have 3 frames of animation, each at 32. So our x will be my dot resources dot player sprite dot width divided by 32 minus 1, because they start at 0, and it'll also be, so, and for the height they're all 64 tall, and there are 4 directions for up, down, left, right. So my dot resources dot player sprite trying to use tab dot height, is it? Yeah, height divided by 64 minus 1. Sweet. And we need to go back up here and add something. Boom. Should be good to go. There we go. So we have our array set up, right? We did the minus 1 at the end. There we go. Okay, now it's for x as integer equals 0 to player frames dot, well, we're not going to do it that way. We're gonna do 2, right? X 1 2 3, yeah. X and 4. No, we're gonna do a y first. So our y is gonna be equal to 3. And then for x as integer equals 0 to 2. Next x. Next y. Now you're gonna see we use arrays a lot in game programming because arrays are beautiful, they're great, they work really well, they let you do a lot of stuff. That's why we use arrays, because they're really nice, they're really effective. So now what are we gonna do? We need to crop these, and we already have a crop image set up, so we're gonna so array player frames x comma y dot, what is it we're looking for? Image dot equals crop image my, not MTA thread, my dot resources dot player sprite comma crop. So there we cropped our image. Now the x will be x equals x crop dot x times 32, crop dot y equals y times 64. Now we're gonna call this sub. So crop player sprite. Let's see if this works and I'm not accessing anything out of the range of the arrays. Okay, we're good there. We got our sprite set up. Now we need to set up an enumerator to determine the direction of the player. So up equals 1, down equals 2, left equals 3, right equals 4. Now let's make sure I have that set up right. So up, down, he's heading right, so we're going to do right then left. Right equals 3, left equals 4. So now that we have him set up, we need to make a new variable. We're going to make it a global as well. So dim player dir as direction. Okay, so when we press up, player dir will equal up. When we what the hell's going on here? Okay, so and then player dir will equal what is it going on here? Up A, it'll be equal to left. S will be player dir equals down, and D will be player dir equals right, I think, right? D, yep, right. So up, down, left, right. We got that all set up. Now we need to update our player's image. So we're gonna set him to, so we're gonna do pick player dot image equals player frames. So our X will be okay. We're not there yet. We're just gonna do this equal. We'll let the error slide for a second. So we're gonna dim animation counter as integer, and we're actually gonna, this will be static. So static, and every time this fires off, animation counter plus equals 1. So we're gonna put this up here, right? Yeah, might as well. No, I'm gonna do this here. Nah, right here will work. Animation counter plus equals 1, and then player image will be equals player frames. I hope this works. Animation counter animation counter mod 3, comma, and it should be player dir because they're integers. Player dir. Now let's see if this works. Okay, we got this backwards and out of range. What did we do? Mod 3. Okay, well, that's not gonna fly, so just gonna have to select case. I'm gonna have to run a select because that doesn't work. But we saw that like the animation was there and it will work. So select case player dir, and case dir down, case left, case right, case up. So what we're gonna do, pick the player dot image equals player frames, our X location, which will be 1, 2, 3. So that'll be animation frame mod 3. Mod 3, right? I think so. Is it mod 2? Yeah, mod 2, right? That might have been a problem. Well, let's get out of here. Let's just, can we control Z all this? Mod 2, let's try this. Let's try this. And then, yeah, player dir's out of range. Alright. So, we're just going to control Y everything. What the hell? Alright, so, come here, test collision. I'm going to do select case, player dir, and then we're going to do, oh, never mind. I got it. Player dir -1. Now this should work. Yep, there we go. Animated player. He moves a little fast. We could probably add some code in to compensate for him. But see, look, a little player. He runs around, he has some little slick animation to him. Pretty good, huh? I think we done good, kids. So this was the first time I've ever done an animation system in VB. I hope you don't mind. Like, I had to debug a little bit, and like we were going through some spam source code. So I'll just scroll down through the code to make sure you have it right. I'll get rid of the toolbox so you can see better. So we'll start up here. We'll start with our direction. Up, down, left, right. Player dir's direction. We add an animation counter plus equals 1. Set the direction they're at. Test collision, we didn't change anything there. Pick player dot image equals player frames, animation counter mod 2, player dir -1. Our sprite, we cropped our sprite sheet, nothing changed here. Crop, we just cropped. We did a nested for loop. Player frames equals my dot resources. We set the size of the array there. Here's our for loops that determine the animation frames, and nothing down here. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you guys later.